Hi everyone. Today we are going to make a presentation about meristematic tissues. This presentation is prepared by Edmund, Raswin and Ozzy. Hope you enjoyed the video, so let us start now. There are three types of meristematic tissues, namely apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Apical meristem is mainly found in root tips and shoot tips, whereas intercalary meristems are found between mature tissues. For secondary meristem, they are usually found on the periphery of stems and roots. Firstly, we will be introducing the apical meristems. An apical meristem is a region of actively dividing cells, located at the tips of stems and roots in plants. What are meristems? Meristems are undifferentiated plant tissues that continuously produce new cells through cell division, allowing the plant to grow and develop throughout its life. Apical meristems play a crucial role in the primary growth of plants, which involves an increase in length. The cells produced by the apical meristem are initially undifferentiated, meaning they have not yet taken on specific functions, and they gradually differentiate into various specialized cell types as they mature and are displaced towards the base of the plant. The apical meristem is divided into two types, which is the root apical meristem and the shoot apical meristem. In the shoot system of a plant, the apical meristem is found at the tip of the main stem and in the buds of side branches. It is responsible for the growth in height or length of the plant. Similarly, in the root system, the apical meristem is located at the tip of the primary root and is responsible for the primary growth of the root, enabling the root to penetrate deeper into the soil. Apical meristems are protected by a group of young leaves, called leaf primordia, forming a structure called the apical bud in the shoot, and a root cap in the root. The apical bud and root cap help shield the delicate meristem cells from damage during the plant's growth. The activity of apical meristems is regulated by various internal and external factors, including hormones, environmental conditions, and developmental signals. These factors control the rate of cell division and differentiation in the meristematic region, thereby influencing the overall growth and development of the plant. The first type of apical meristem, root apical meristem. The root apical meristem is a small region at the tip of a root, in which all cells are capable of repeated division, and from which all primary root tissues are derived. The root apical meristem is protected, as it passes through the soil by an outer region of living parenchyma cells called the root cap. As the cells of the root cap are destroyed and sloughed off, new cells are added by a special internal layer of meristematic cells called the calyptrogen. Root hairs also begin to develop as simple extensions of cells near the root apical meristem. They greatly increase the surface area of the root and facilitate the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. There are three distinct zones in which certain specific growth patterns dominate: cell division, cell elongation, and cell differentiation. The region of cell division includes the apical meristem and the primary meristems, the protoderm, ground meristem, and procambium derived from the apical meristem. Root length in the second region is increased as a result of cell elongation. The region of differentiation that follows is where the cells differentiate and where the first primary phloem and xylem, as well as mature root hairs, are clearly seen. In plants with woody roots, secondary growth, including secondary xylem and phloem, as well as the periderm, are developed and add girth to the plant. Let's move on to the next apical meristem. The second type of apical meristem, shoot apical meristem. The shoot apical meristem generates above-ground aerial organs throughout the lifespan of higher plants. In order to fulfill this function, the meristem must maintain a balance between the self-renewal of a reservoir of central stem cells and organ initiation from peripheral cells. The activity of the pluripotent stem cell population in the shoot apical meristem is dynamically controlled by complex, overlapping signaling networks that include the feedback regulation of meristem maintenance genes and the signaling of plant hormones. Floral meristems are products of the reproductive shoot apical meristem that sustains a transient stem cell reservoir for flower formation. Regulation of floral meristems activity involves both feedback loops shared with the shoot apical meristems and floral-specific factors. This is an example of a shoot apical meristem. Next, we have the intercalary meristem. An intercalary meristem is a type of meristem found in the growth regions of plants, specifically at the base of leaves or internodes in grasses, and some other monocotyledonous plants, unlike apical meristems, which are located at the tips of stems and roots, and primarily contribute to elongation. Intercalary meristems contribute to growth in length at specific points along a stem or leaf. What are the functions of intercalary meristems? The presence of intercalary meristems is particularly notable in grasses, where they play a crucial role in the rapid growth and resilience of these plants.
This is why grasses like lawn grasses can be frequently mowed without killing the plant.
The intercalary meristems help the grass quickly regrow and recover from mowing. Not only that, intercalary meristems are also responsible for the elongation and development of internodes and leaves. They allow for the continued growth of plants, even after the apical meristems have become dormant or damaged. When a leaf blade or internode is removed, the intercalary meristem can often regenerate the missing portion, enabling the plant to recover and continue growing. Overall, intercalary meristems are an important part of plant growth and development, allowing for flexibility and adaptability in response to environmental conditions and mechanical damage. Now, let's proceed to the lateral meristem. Lateral meristems are a type of plant tissue, which is responsible for secondary growth in plants. It increases the diameter of the stems and roots by continuous cell division. As we already know, apical meristems help the plant to grow vertically. However, lateral meristems help the plant to grow horizontally. Besides, lateral meristems are arranged in layers or cylinders within the plant tissues. Where are the lateral meristem located at? The tissue can be found in the lateral regions of a plant. Other than the words lateral region, we can also use margins or side of stems and roots to describe the location of lateral meristem. There are two types of lateral meristems, which are vascular cambium and core cambium. The function of vascular cambium is to produce secondary xylem and secondary phloem. As a result, the plant which undergoes secondary growth is able to transport more water and mineral, and also organic substances. In addition, the activity of vascular cambium also results in the formation of annual growth rings. The cork cambium is responsible for producing periderm. The cork cells in the periderm contain suberin, which makes the cork cells to become waterproof. It also protects the plant from physical damage, pathogens, and dehydration. The secondary xylem produced by vascular cambium will be pushed inwards towards the pith, and the secondary phloem will be pushed outwards. The increase in diameter of the stems and roots will provide structural support and protection to the mature plant. To sum up, we have three types of meristem tissues, which are apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. Apical meristem is located at root tips and shoot tips of plant, which is for growth in length of plant. Intercalary meristem is a type of primary meristematic tissue, containing cells that can divide and promote the growth of the plant. They are located at the base of internodes. The function of the intercalary meristem is to promote the lengthening of the stem and increase the height of the plant. Last but not least, lateral meristems are the meristems that are present at the longitudinal axis region of the roots and shoots of the plants. The function of lateral meristem is to increase the thickness of the plants. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time.